Today we're going to talk about buy it now fixed item listings and getting more attention to your listings. So basically, when you're selling multiple items, let's say you have like a wholesale box of widgets, and these widgets happen to be priced accordingly, and they're selling pretty decent at the price point that you have them at. As you gain sales on this particular listing, this is going to allow people to, especially if you have a revolving inventory of this listing, this is going to allow people to actually place reviews on the item, and that product review is actually going to resonate through your future sales, and it's actually going to help you increase sales, versus an item that is only sold once, and then once it's sold, it's gone. You don't really need a review for that because you don't have any more to sell. But an item that is reoccurring in your store and has a long and large sales history, product reviews really do help out a lot in getting sales. There's also ways you can mess around with the algorithm. I do know personally that there's a certain zone where, let's say you have 50 people watching an item. If your inventory count on a certain item goes into a certain zone, it's going to generate an email that's going to kick back to all the people that are watching the listing, letting them know that the item is almost sold out, and if they want it, that they need to go on the site and check it out. So this really helps out a lot, especially if you can maintain that inventory level in your store, so that basically you just keep regenerating that email notification to people to kind of spur sales. If you have been on eBay long enough, you probably already understand what I'm talking about, and or if you've recognized the algorithm and how it operates, and the type of response that happens from you watching certain listings, and how you get responses to the things that you're looking at and you're waiting to buy, just like how other people are looking to buy your stuff. So these are going to be this is going to be another tip that's basically going to really help bring sales and increase sales and spur sales, is really messing with that eBay algorithm and trying to figure out where that special sweet spot is, where you can get on your listing almost gone, or a few left, or multiple sold in 1 hour, with a little fire next to it, the little icons that they have. These are things that definitely promote sales and definitely spur sales when people visit your listing, because they feel like what they've been looking for, it could be almost sold out, so they want to get it before it's gone. So that's definitely a large technique that you can master if you understand what's going on and how everything operates and integrates with each other. You can definitely master that system for sure, and still make sales, and you're doing sales the right way. You're basically just allowing people to understand that you're still around, and that your products are here, and that they should come check them out. And also another way is to never let your listing run out. So if you have 15 widgets, and then you end up selling like 10 of those widgets, that might be a good indicator, depending on how fast you sold those widgets. That might be a good indicator, like, hey, it might be time for me to go get some replacements to replace the inventory that I've just sold. So this is going to allow you to keep adjusting your inventory levels and having items in stock always, and not having your list price listing goes down. You lose the sales count and the sales power from that listing. When someone goes to a listing and it says 1,500 sold listing, and it doesn't say any were sold, who do you think they're going to buy from? Especially if the person with 1,500 sold has good positive feedback. If they see 99 point whatever positive feedback, they know that 99% of the time people are happy with purchasing from the seller, and you're going to be potentially purchasing from the seller, so they assume themselves to be in the 99% of happy people. So these are just psychological ways that you can portray your customer service ability, your order fulfillment ability, your shipping speed ability, and also spur sales. So keep that in mind. Don't let your inventory levels drop below zero. Don't let the listing close out where you have to relist it, because sometimes it could take a year of that listing being viewed, watched, and purchases for it to get enough buying power, or so I should say selling power, to the point where it's a no-brainer and you're getting sales on that one particular revenue stream multiple times a day, versus something that sits on your shelf for 8 or 9 months and you might get 1 or 2 sales trickled in between that. But once the sales start building up, you start getting 20, 30 sold on that particular listing. That's when it starts really picking up. And it'll go all the way up exponentially into the hundreds and then thousands. But yeah, this is probably like top 3 tips I could basically say to spur sales, and how to fine-tune your buy it now fixed item listings. To all of our listeners and those of you who found this content interesting and want more, then hit the subscribe button and like this video. Thanks for tuning into the show.